Shalom, shalom. All praises to the horizon, peace and wisdom. Wise Solid speaking. Today I want to do this deep video explaining what a kafir is. Of course, this is an Islamic word. But this is not an Islamic video, but it's very informative if you are Islamic. As well as if you are not Islamic. Now, can I get a sound check? This water's quite noisy, but I'm smiling because Rightful Hitter said he used to hear that a lot being used as a reference towards Africans. And so I want to explain this. It's very important. Of course, when you're dealing with the word kafir, in modern times, it's viewed as, like you said, a derogatory word towards Africans. Basically like to say an infidel. It is also viewed as a word that means non-believer or disbeliever. Now the problem with that it doesn't specify a disbeliever of what. So if I'm a Christian, I can call a Muslim a kafir, meaning he's not a believer in what I believe, and vice versa. So in that definition is not accurate. Now in regards to it being used as a derogatory statement, this is inaccurate as well. Now, before you guys can fully understand this word, I need you guys to understand the past. Of course, in the past, you didn't have as many cities or places established as you do in today's times. And so whatever a person spoke is what they was. If you spoke Hebrew, you were Hebrew. If you spoke Arabic, you were an Arab. But this had nothing to do with like Saudi Arabia or a place. It was a matter of the language. Now the point I'm making is this. The word kafara kufara. You may have heard it as kafir or kafira. That word is a result of a people adopting a language and saying a word out of its dialect. So like, you're Spanish, you learn American, but you say certain words, you know, out of the dialect that an American would say it. Imagine if you're mispronunciating an American word or saying it in your own dialect becomes a whole word on its own. This is what kafira is. Now I have to reverse because the sun is destroying me. Bear with me, I apologize. This is about to get extremely deep. Hopefully I'm still clear. Hopefully everyone's in good spirits. Subscribe if you haven't already. like and share the video. And of course, if you guys have any questions, ask. Sorry, let me adjust this. Okay, we're good to go. Visit the visit the website as well, wiseservant.org, if you want one-on-one consultation on a certain subject. Or if you want to purchase the lecture magazines, hoodie, t-shirt, or something of that nature. Now let's get back to this word kafir. As I said, the word is a result of one nation of people adopting a language and then saying a specific word in that language out of its dialect. In that, the word becomes its own word. Now, the word kafira the word kafira literally means cover up, meaning kafir is literally the same word as cover. Now, if you're confused, find yourself an Arab who has a heavy accent and tell him to say cover, and you're gonna see that he says kafir. It's just the dialect and the way that they speak. Some of you guys may have spoken an Arabic person before, and they say cover in that way. It may not even be them. Other races of people, they speak in that way too. They may say covers. You get it? Cover instead of cover. It's all on your dialect. And so that word kafir is literally the American or English word cover. Kafira is like cover or cover up. But it's a result of an Arabic person learning English and speaking out of the dialect. Now, let's get into what that means. Meaning to call someone a cover or a cover up. Well, what's so bad about that? If I give you a book in a religion, and this book in religion represents God, then it is what is in between you and God, or it is a cover of the God, meaning it stands in the way or shields or covers the God. And so, you technically all believe in a book of God or a book cover specifically. And so you get my point? Before there were places, or before colonizers invaded certain places, what God and religion did the indigenous people of that place know of? Meaning, what book did they hold as reference to a God? None. And so you have to remember, when these words and prophecies are being used, they're being used in a time before now. And so, men have books now that they walk around with, and it represents a God. But if you bring yourself to a time before this, this would be the strangest thing to see. A person carrying a book saying it's the word of God, and you get it? And so they're referred to in them times as a cover. It goes deeper than a book in the cover, but I'm just bringing you along slowly. And so Muhammad's prophesying about there will be a time where man will cover God, so to say, from one another through the book. You know, if you don't know what a book is, but you get it, you're prophesying the thing. You're like, the book, it has a cover. Like, the book is the intermediary between the people in this God. They believe in the book, which covers the God. They don't know the actual God. So you have to grasp. This is what have been, this is what, this is where you get that rendition or that phrase, people of the book. Meaning during them times, a kafira and the people of the book was one in the same. Remember, this is a time before man carries a book and calls it the word of God. And so during that time, it's like, you get it? These are the people of the book. These are your kafiras. Or your kafir. Meaning they're covering the truth, or they believe in what covers the truth, or the deity, or the God that they believe in. Meaning you guys all believe in a cover, or an intermediary between you and God. That cover being a book. Yes, that book has characters in it, but it all starts with the book. And so you have to grasp. Muhammad is prophesying about modern day Arabs, but not just them, people in general. But during the time he's prophesying this, so his people are not, you know, people of the book, so to say. They're not like the Arab you see now. The religion is not like you see it now. And so he's letting them know in a time to come, y'all will be kafirs, speaking to his own, trying to explain to them, y'all will not be speaking this wisdom I'm giving y'all, but y'all will be speaking basically the lie, or the cover, the kafir. And so kind of grasp, if you're a Muslim in today times, you do not follow the teachings of Musa. This is what it is to be a Muslim or a Muslim. It means you're a follower of Musa, or Musa's teachings. So Muhammad was a follower of Musa. This is why when Jibril squeezed Muhammad and he went and told his wife and she brought him to her brother or something, they were telling Muhammad, Jibril is the same angel that came to Musa and his peoples. Meaning, according to the Quran and Islam basically says that this happened to Musa, or Moses and his people, first. And Muhammad is truly a follower of Musa. This is why he's a Muslim. This is why I lost connection. As I said, I apologize. I lost connection. There's all types of strange things happening with my channel. So, of course, you guys should know that. If you're privy to get the knowledge, get it. Because they're going to block it off. I apologize. I lost something. It's only going to take me 2 seconds to find it. Found it. Now, let's get back to this deep wisdom. As I was saying, if you're a Muslim, the reason you are is because Muhammad was a follower of Muhammad. Muhammad was a follower of Musa. And so this is where you get the term Muslim. This goes back before Islam. So you may be a Muslim or someone who's into the Islamic faith, and so the way you understand things, you may say Salas is a kafir because you view a kafir as a non-believer. And so I want to be clear. I'm the wise servant. You don't know what that is, so just grasp. But I'm not here to alter anything. This is why I'm giving you guys your own reference. Meaning Muhammad said out of his own mouth, or according to the cover. I'm going to get into that as well. Meaning this video is going to go deep. But according to the text, the way y'all have it, Musa and his encounter with the angel Jibril or Gabriel happened before Muhammad's. And so, again, Muhammad was a follower of Musa. This is the name for Moses. You get it? And so Islam is basically, I don't want to say Islam, but to be a Muslim is to be a follower of the teachings of Musa, which is Moses. And basically, you know, he's associated with your Hebrew people. Now, in modern day, you guys do not know that. You guys are Islamic people. And so I want you to grasp. It is said that all that will be left of Islam is the name. Meaning this was the prophecy. In the future, all that will be left of Islam is the name. And it wasn't speaking about Islam as the name. It was speaking about Muslim. Meaning the only thing that y'all have left that comes from Muhammad is the term Muslim. But y'all do not know what it means. Meaning what I just explained, y'all don't know that. Y'all just know y'all Muslims and y'all follow Islam. Islam having nothing to do with Moses or Muhammad. And so it's a very deep thing I want you guys to grasp when the prophecy says there will be nothing left of Islam except the name. Islam is the teachings that y'all follow, but what y'all are Muslims. And so it's speaking of that. All that will be left, basically, of this thing is the name, which is Muslim. Not speaking of Islam. That's something else. And so, you have to grasp. It is speaking of the times that you guys are in now, meaning if you're someone who follows Islam, or you view yourself as a Muslim, you are what's being prophesied about by Muhammad. Now, I want you to grasp, all followers of religion in today's time have the same God and book, just, you know, a different perspective of the same teachings. And so you all would be kafir, or covers. Now, let's be clear on this term, kafir or cover, so you guys can grasp what it truly means. You see how I just explained to all Muslims that are watching, or that heard me say this before, when I said that a Muslim is to be a follower of Musa. That term comes from Musa, which is Moses, in his teachings. This is how you get that term, Musa-lim. That's how it was pronounced in the past, Musa-lim. After Musa, which is Moses. Muhammad would have been a follower of Moses. All he taught would have been what Moses taught. Now, to be a kafir is when a Muslim or an Islamic follower hears what I just said, and you see how it makes perfect sense. There's nothing that you're gonna hear that is going to make more sense than that. Musa is a character according to their own text. They refer to themselves as Muslim. It's kind of common sense when you think about it. But I want you to grasp. Which Islamic person is going to share what I just said? Meaning, which Islamic person is going to say, hey guys, that Salih's dude is right? None of them. They are kafir, meaning they are going to cover up what I said by not letting you guys hear it or saying it to you guys. You get it? They are going to cover the truth in that way and continue following the book cover, because that's as far as most of you guys get. Let's be real. Who's digging into the text? Truly, that part. And so I'm giving you that example so you can get a clear understanding on what a kafir is. A cover, like that. How you guys will cover up the truth if you don't want to accept it or hear it, if it doesn't fit into your agenda. So what I said does not go with the Islamic faith. You get it? And so all Islamic people of today time will kafir what I just said, because it's going to basically show that they're following what was being prophesied about. You get my point? To acknowledge that is to acknowledge I've been following my faith the wrong way. And so what have I been following? That part. Don't want to deal with that truth? Kafir it. They may kafir it by saying slander against me. You get it? Any form of covering up a truth you can think of. So this is what you guys are. Kafir. And this is what it was explaining in the past, or this is what Muhammad was explaining in the past to his people. A time is going to come where y'all are going to follow books. Y'all going to be people of the books. When truth is presented to y'all, y'all are going to be kafir. Meaning y'all are going to cover up that truth by ignoring it, trying to silence the person that says it, or slander them. Anything to cover what they're saying, so that you can, go with this book or lie. You get it? Meaning, the book is the intermediary between you guys and God. The book and the religion. It's the cover over yourself or God. The cover is the opposite of the thing. It's almost like a breaking through. Before you can get to God, you have to go through Satan. If you're too dumb and Satan can trick you, then you stay there. You get it? It's a deep thing. Try and grasp. And so most of you guys are stuck on the cover or the kafir. Meaning, man has to earn truth. Once he goes astray from it, you can't cheat on your wife and then come back like nothing happened. You got to work your way back in. You got to pay for that. Again, when you stray away from truth, so that part, it's gonna cost you. And so what was being prophesied by Muhammad to his peoples is basically what I am telling you guys now. He was speaking about everything you see now. How y'all cover up the truth, almost going to war with it. Now, it goes deeper than that. Of course, Muhammad was speaking to his people. That's not to say the rest of the world would not be kafirs, but this is not his concern. He's basically saying the rest of the world is going to influence his people, making them coverers or kafiras, just like the rest of the world, where they're people of the book. And so he's telling them, because this goes deeper than the book, and how y'all try to cover truth. Like I just explained with Musa, and you guys being Muslims, And there's no thinks either. You see how that works? Meaning, if you're an Islamic follower, I explain to you guys how Allah, you get it? Al in La is the L sound, like la 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 la. And you guys believe what was believed in the past, which is God is sound in the creator. And your God, Allah, is basically just the L sound. La 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 la. And in the Christian text, the God is El, which is basically the letter of the sound, meaning you both worship the same God, which is El, or its sound. La 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 la. Simple thing to grasp. Same religion, same thing, different aspect. No debating it either. But you guys will cover it as if you didn't hear it. And so it's a deep thing I want you guys to grasp. This is the foundations of a liar. And so it's like it says, you guys all believe in the cover, which is the opposite of the thing. Meaning, you guys say you believe in God and have a relationship with God, but y'all have a relationship with a religion in a book. And so it's a deep thing you guys have to grasp. Now, we about to go a little deeper. But before we do, I want you guys to grasp this one simple thing. It will help you in, understanding what I'm about to explain. And I want to thank you, Potteru, for the give back. You said you're surrounded by coverers, peace and wisdom. Indeed, we all are. And this is why y'all try to fit in. You know how many of you guys come here and y'all say, damn, Silas is speaking truth, but you're not sure what kind of slander is against me and you don't want to associate yourself, so you don't say anything. You're a kafir. That's just the truth of the matter. And you're weak. Because whatever you fear is not doing anything to me. And so why are you scared? That part. And so it's a deep thing. Many of you guys fit into that phrase, which has many layers and I don't want to say boundaries, but it has many layers. It's to be a liar, but more than that. It's like to attack the truth. A liar is just opposing the truth. But to attack the truth is a whole different thing. To attack the truth will make others not even want to pick up the truth stick if they're going to be attacked. And so this is where y'all are. And so you will fall under whatever you do. Meaning I speak truth. I'm not concerned about the end result. I've done wrong and I've got worse than you guys can ever fathom. So I have no problem doing the right things and not even being concerned of whatever the punishment may be, because whatever punishment they give me, I've already endured doing the wrong things. You get it? What are you gonna do? Tie me down and shoot me? I already been shot before doing the wrong stuff. So you're not gonna convince me if I do the right things. You know what you gonna say? If you do the right things, you're gonna get shot. I already know for a fact if I do the wrong things, I am, because I already experienced that. And so ain't nowhere else to go. You get my point? And so I'm on that kind of accord. I ain't really concerned. Whatever slander comes against me, whatever comes against me, I'm not concerned with it. I don't know how to explain it. It doesn't measure up to what I've been through. So it's like nothing. And so always be aware of self, and if you fit under any term that has to do with lie, the last thing you want to be in this life is a liar. This is an attack against your own self when the mind space knows nothing but incorrects or lies. Now, I want to say something about polytheism and monotheism before I go into this second half. Polytheism is a made-up thing that helps to support monotheism, meaning polytheism is a trick of monotheism. Monotheism being believing in one God, and polytheism being believing in a bunch of gods. But there's no such thing as polytheism, because to believe in a bunch of gods is basically to not acknowledge any specific God truly. If I believe in a bunch of gods, then do I truly believe in God? Or do I just believe in many aspects of things? That part. God is a dominant thing. Polytheism would be the opposite of it, which is basically to not acknowledge it. If I tell you I'm the boss and you say, man, whatever, I'm the boss too, and he's the boss, and he's the boss, and she's the boss, then you're basically letting me know you don't acknowledge or care anything about what I'm talking about in regards to boss. you don't you don't believe in that. And so that's how polytheism is. How can you how can you be a polytheist? That part. You have monotheism, and so they made polytheism, meaning it's like classifying people who don't believe in this God that you do as people who believe in a bunch of gods, even though that's not necessarily what they believe in. But you do this little word game to strengthen your monotheism thing because, like I said, y'all are being drawn to follow an opposite of truth or an opposer to God, let's say. And so you get my point? Before y'all can worship this God, y'all have to believe that y'all already worshipped a bunch of gods. Therefore, y'all feel like y'all picked one. But if someone just say worship this one God and you like, we don't even believe, what are you talking about? Trees is nice. I like flowers. People are really not, you get it? You're just not acknowledging what they're trying to put on you. So then they be like, yeah, he's polytheist. He believes in a bunch of gods. But like I said, this word trick is just used so that anyone who hears it, now they're looking at you like, okay, he believes in a bunch of what this other person believes in. This other person just believes in one thing, and these people believe in a bunch of things like that one thing. It makes it confusing and stupid. So y'all view people who are polytheists or the ancient Egyptians or whoever was classified as a polytheistic culture, y'all view them as strange. Like, oh, that's stupid. How can you worship a bunch of gods? How can it be a bunch of gods? That's like it's a bunch of bosses. How can that even be? And so we kind of view polytheism as some stupid, retarded thing, but it don't even exist. Like that. You have many sorceries or spells. This is, understanding language and how to manipulate people with it. This is all language is for. It's not for communication. It's for manipulation. If the mouth can't be used to manipulate, most won't really use it for speaking. Meaning, if people don't want to listen to what y'all got to say, most of y'all will shut the hell up. That part. Why? Because most of what you're saying is a matter of manipulation, where you want people to go with, you get it? Follow whatever you're saying. And so, like that. Language is truly for that. It's a manipulation game. Now, in regards to Islam, of course, this being an East Slav thing, colonizers came to the territory where Muhammad and his people were, colonized it, took over, of course, and they brought their orders and their understandings to the place and instilled these things on the people. And so in regards to Islam, Muhammad was a follower of Musa. This is why you guys are Muslim. Islam, as I said, this is something that was added on by colonial powers. It has to do with these Slav. And you know, you guys don't speak right. Now, of course, Jibril squeezing Muhammad in that whole story is the reference that Muslim comes from Musa. Now, of course, Muslims of today follow a book. So this is what Muhammad was prophesying to his people about. In a time to come when these colonial powers reach us, you guys are going to be kafir, meaning y'all going to believe in a cover that's brought by the colonizers. Y'all going to believe in the book and its cover that's given to y'all. A time will come where y'all will literally cover yourselves. It's called the hijab. And so I want you guys to grasp. This was a term that went deep. It was deeper than just a liar, someone covering up the truth. But it was in regards to the actions and where the people will be in the mind space in the future. And so an Islamic person of today, the women, of course, they cover themselves in hijabs, meaning they cover themselves completely up, their face, everything. The men wear head wrappings or coverings. And this is things, meaning the hijab started in like 600 sometimes. They say it's because the people were mimicking Muhammad's wife. But during Muhammad and his wife's time, there was no law of a Muslim having to be covered. In fact, they would have been naked. They would have been like indigenous people. Remember, Muhammad said, when he was speaking to his people, they were Bedouins. He said, you will build big buildings, and basically explaining everything I just said. And so he's speaking to people who do not have these, what do you call it? Things a part of the culture. Slip my tongue. But the way you guys have your little, you know, wear your head coverings, your hijabs, these things, this wasn't done in the past. They didn't know nothing about that. If somebody covered their head, it was just because it was hot or raining. It wasn't a fashion or a part of the rule. And so, yeah, your ideals. And so it's a deep thing I want you guys to grasp. A little bit before or a little bit after the death of Muhammad, or when he's documented as dying, this being, you know, 630 or something like that. Wearing hijabs and face coverings and head coverings had nothing to do with Muhammad and what he was teaching. This is something that was brought by the colonial powers. Islam and all the tradition y'all have now comes from colonial powers coming to Muhammad's place and taking over. And the people transforming their ways into, you know, the ways of the colonizers. And he's basically explaining to them, y'all are going to be the kafir. You get it? And y'all are going to go with this cover up or cover. Because when colonizers come to the land, so this is what this is all about. Whatever the indigenous people believe in, they cover it over with their book and religion. Conditioning their minds into a certain perspective. And so, try and grasp. That's that. Now, in regards to Christianity and them being kafir, Christianity was spread through the world by the Romans. And this is as early as 313 AD, meaning prior to this you had Judas. Then around, you know, early AD times, this is when Christianity started being constructed and spread throughout the world, becoming the new way. And the Romans were behind it. Now, all the prophets in Christianity, they're prophesying against these same powers. You get it? Meaning, The prophets are speaking against the religions, from Jesus to all the prophets y'all have. They're speaking about these powers coming, colonizing the area, and you guys all adopting their cover or their books, becoming people of the books. And so you have to remember, the Romans are spreading Christianity throughout the world. The Romans are the ones who actually killed the character Jesus, right? Which was a Jew, right? And so I want you to grasp. Some of you guys will probably say, no, the Romans, because my point I'm making is, if the Romans killed Jesus, and they're the ones that were spreading Christianity, so get my point. They're just adding the popular person from, let's say you have the Jewish people and they're colonizing their lands. So they take the popular person from those people and add them into the cover or the religion. You get my point? So Romans are spreading Christianity. They kill Jesus, add him to the religion, so that the Jews just naturally follow it, because one of their own that they trust is a part of it. And so you have to grasp. This is around 300 AD when the Romans is spreading Christianity all around the world. And so these are the colonizing powers that the Prophet Muhammad is speaking of, because his time is in the 600s. You get it? Again, they're spreading Christianity since early AD time. Prophet Muhammad's time is in the 600s. He's prophesying about what is already being spread around the world, meaning colonizers are coming to certain places, colonizing it, taking over the people, and enforcing this religion or this understanding on the people. Prophet Muhammad is prophesying about what is already happening around his time. It already was taking place before his time, when the Romans is spreading this around. You get my point? Now, who killed Prophet Muhammad? A Jew. A Jewish girl, she poisoned Prophet Muhammad and said, well, I thought you were a prophet, and so I figured you wouldn't die. How can I kill a prophet if you really are one? That part. Who killed Jesus, who y'all view as a prophet? Now, Jesus is the prophet in Christianity, but who killed him? The Jews. Meaning the Jews, they went to the Romans to have their own killed, supposedly. Meaning Jesus was prophesying against Christianity. The Romans and, the different powers of that time, which is trying to enforce their religion, which would have been Judaism at that time, on the people, Jesus is speaking against that. And so he's pissing off his own people. You get it? His peoples are following what is the powers of the time, which is Judaism, a religion. Jesus, which is one of them, is speaking against this power. He's getting on his people's nerves. They go get help from the people who are spreading it, which are the Romans, to kill their own. Basically to say, like, shut him up. We cool with going with the kafir, the cover-up. We like these orders. Can you just kill him and get him out the way? And so he's added to the religion as if he's a part of it when he's what's speaking against it. And so the generations that come after Jesus, all the Jews, they think the religion is coming from the character they know as being them. So it's the same with the Muslims. Muhammad is prophesying against Islam, or the religion that's being brought to his area now, which is the same as Christianity. It's just a different perspective, or it's coming from a feminine aspect. You get it? And so Prophet Muhammad's prophesying to his people, it's about to happen to us. Meaning they're going to come colonize these lands. Y'all going to take this fake religion that they got spreading all around the world. That part. He's killed by the powers and then added to the religion that the powers is forcing on the people as if he is the bringer of it, when he is actually speaking against it. Hopefully you guys follow. Now, when you get to Judaism, in regards to Judaism and Jews being Kafir, Judaism is the precursor to Christianity. Meaning Judaism was a religion that was spread all over the world before Christianity. And the Jews in Judaism killed Jesus because he was speaking against it. Yeah, he was a Jew, but they don't care. And so they went to the powers that were spreading Christianity at that time, which is a more developed Judaism. You get it? And so they kill this guy that's speaking against the religion, and they add him to this new rendition of Judaism, which is Christianity. And they make him the prophet of it, or the sacrifice and what gets killed. You get it? Again, Christianity or Judaism is the precursor to Christianity. Meaning Christianity is just Judaism with the killing of this person that was speaking against it in it, so that all who was following the person speaking against it, they just blend in with the religion. You get it? If I'm an opposer of you and I make your brother, if I'm an opposer of you but I kill you and I add you to my story as if you're on my side, then your brother and all your descendants will follow what I am pushing. Never realizing, hold on, my brother wasn't down with that. He was speaking against that. That's why they whacked him. That part. Judaism is the precursor to Christianity. Meaning Judaism is the kafir, or the cover, the book that was being spread throughout the world before Christianity. Let's say Judaism got an upgrade. It's called Christianity. And so in the times of Judaism, Jesus is speaking against Jews in Judaism, which is his own people, basically saying y'all are following this false religion that is being brought and pushed upon us by these powers, these foreign powers that's invading the land, trying to colonize it and make a city out of it. Y'all are following their orders. Of course, he's speaking to his own people. They want to follow the new powers and orders, and so he's getting on their nerves. Now, of course, at this time, Christianity is like the new rendition of Judaism, but Judaism is still Judaism. Christianity ain't nothing yet. Christianity is Judaism, but you get it? Upgraded, so to say. And so the new upgraded version is taking over the old version, but the old version is still the powers at the time. And so it's like the Jews going to the newer version and saying, can you kill this asshole? He's messing up the flow of, the shit y'all trying to push on us. So Jews and those that follow Judaism, they went to the Romans, which would have been followers of Christianity, and those trying to push this new rendition of Judaism. They would have went to them to kill Jesus. You get it? Meaning the Jews turned Jesus over to the Romans and they whacked him just for the Jews. But that's only because they together. Again, Judaism is the precursor to Christianity. Christianity is just an upgraded version of Judaism. Meaning all the people who are Jews are descendants of Jews, so they follow this thing because they think Jesus was a part of it and it's about him. They don't understand. No, he was killed for speaking against it and just added to a religion that already was. Meaning Judaism already was. They added Jesus to it. Or this person that was speaking against it, and they made him martyr. And so you grasp? In today times, you all kafir, covers. Y'all cover up the truth. Y'all follow lies and don't understand like how. Salam, shalom, Crystal Jefferson, Griffmatic one. Marcel Salvago, John Galt. Jesus' own friends threw him under from birth, probably. This has nothing to do with characters and stories. This has to do with real life and a falsehood y'all follow. You sitting here talking about characters you never met in this hearsay, missing the whole point. What I'm saying ain't got nothing to do with a character, Muhammad or Jesus, none of that. I'm explaining to y'all how y'all brainwashed into lie. Meaning you sitting here talking about shit you heard of and you don't know is truth. This is what a liar is. Y'all only do that because it's popular. Y'all profess Jesus' name and all these characters and blah, 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 but y'all only do that because it's popular. It's common. You wouldn't do that if no one was doing that. You wouldn't have no reason to. You didn't make that up. So you wouldn't even know of that to do it. Because some of y'all ignorant liars, meaning you a full-blooded Kafir. And so you'd be like, I would still worship Jesus. How? You wouldn't even know what that is. You didn't make that up. And if nobody in life was following that, why would you? Why would you just follow something you don't even know nothing about? That you ain't even make up and ain't nobody even jacking it. That part. Full-blooded liars. And so y'all have to grasp the times y'all are in. It's everyone's natural nature to just lie. Not even being aware of the lies. John Galt said all these were men of principles, all the same story. Again, you're speaking of stories from a book. You are the pinnacles of what a kafir is. Don't take offense to what I'm saying. You the pinnacles of what was being prophesied about and what I'm speaking about. You still can't separate from your brain. Colonizers brought a book to a people and you was handed down this understanding you keep speaking about like you know it to be of a truth. You say like these men were men of principle. What men are you talking about? That part. You lost on hearsay. The book is known as a commonly good thing, and so you say the men in it had principles, even though Moses and everybody in that goddamn book was a murderer. You lost. This why y'all going to the fires. Because y'all have to be burnt as minds, all that gook off y'all. Y'all have true, serious issues. As minds living in life. Y'all have so much lie caked up. Y'all can't even separate the mind space from it. This beat don't want y'all to get through. It's Baal. So y'all better grasp. And so y'all look at John Galt's comment. And I want you to think of any religious person you could think of. And if you question a thing in their religion, how they will make up an answer. You get it? If you notice something in the religion that don't add up, they will add a piece. You get it? They will explain it to you like they was there with the author. I want y'all to grasp that's how the book was written. Think about that. If I say something or question something in Christianity, a Christian will add whatever perspective he want to add to it to make it right. That's what I'm trying to say. Y'all will adjust and say anything y'all need to say to make the book right. The religion, that is. This is how the religious book was made. Meaning y'all made it by adding shit on it whenever it is questioned. Every question led to y'all adding whatever y'all have to the goddamn story. This is how y'all have the stories as y'all have it today. Think on that. John Galt said Jesus, Muhammad, all of them. We today come from here. Brother, please be quiet. I don't want to play games with you. Don't take offense. I'm not with the stupidity. Once I show you that you don't make no sense, don't keep talking. You get your brain together. You get it? You can take offense or you don't, or you can. I mean, you could take offense or not. But if I'm showing you you ain't making no damn sense, don't keep talking. Be aware. He right. I'm not making no sense. Let me adjust my goddamn brain. You don't say stupid. Y'all will literally stay stupid. Like, that shit don't make no sense to me. Person to tell you something clear as day, then y'all just stay stuck dumb on y'all same accord. Like, snap out that shit, champ. This ain't, my channel ain't really for that. If you want to learn, learn. Come in balanced mind. Make sure you give back. Life is a balance. Don't come as a slanderer. Don't come trying to alter whatever you need to alter so you can get over certain shit. I don't got time for that. I didn't knock on nobody's door. So come in peaceful spirit. Come to learn. If your mind is scrambled up and I show you it's scrambled up, adjust it. If you can't, then just be quiet. Salam, shalom, Marcel Salvago. Yeah, y'all make sure y'all give back. A lot of y'all are truly lacking, like, beyond. And this is that $1 million scholarship for real. If you a Muslim, y'all on y'all way to hell, and worse than that, y'all don't even have a life. And so y'all truly need to be giving back. And giving thanks, too. Y'all run around covered the fuck up like stupid fucking fools. Don't even get to live and be seen. Start here if you cover your face. Somebody that cover their face is either a criminal or somebody that want to hide. And so you ain't got to question if you a kafir. You damn right you a cover-up. Meaning if you a Islamic woman and you wear hijab, you ain't got to question where you going. Muhammad was speaking about your ass. If you can't see that, I don't know what to tell you. Even if you think it just mean a non-believer, you definitely fit as a non-believer. Anything anybody say to y'all, y'all are completely brainwashed on y'all accord. So I want you to truly grasp. If you a Muslim, Jew, Christian, any of that, y'all all the same thing. Liars and lie spreaders, but worse than that, y'all will cover or kafir the truth when it's brought to y'all. It's one thing to be misled by lie, but it's a whole nother thing when you get to start to going to war with truth. Person trying to help you tell you common sense shit. And so that's what a kafir is. Somebody that goes to war with the truth. You got a problem with the truth. Like as if you got something better to say. A Muslim can't tell you better than what I just told you of why you refer to yourself as a Muslim. That part. And so who's truly a Muslim? Y'all or me? Because y'all damn sure ain't. Y'all Islamic people. Meaning y'all eat Slav. Colonizers. Shit coming from the far north. That's what y'all are. If you're lost, they found a ring of a woman from the far north back in Arabic times. But they found this ring over in the Middle East. But the ring belonged to a woman from the far north. Basically, a white woman was in the Middle East sometime long ago. And they found a ring and stitching in her clothes. And the stitching said URL. I mean, you have the God Allah. ULR. They seen the ring said ULR and it was stitched in her clothes. Now, of course, when you dealing with the people in the far north, this is your Norse mythology. They believe in the God Allah. ULLR. It's pronounced ULR. That's why if you see the spelling of it, It may be spelled ULL with a capital R or a lowercase one. But the way the Norse people speak, they speak hard like that. Allah. And y'all know how the Vikings talk. And so the God Allah come from them. They just call it Allah. And that's why that was stitched in her to her clothing. And like I just said, the colonizers came to the lands that Muhammad was in. And he was prophesying that it was going to happen. And so here y'all are speaking things that he wasn't. Muhammad don't know who Allah is. Sorry if you think he do. He don't. Sorry if you think he was Islamic. He don't know what that is. He know who Musa is. That's it. And what a Muslim is. Outside of that, he don't know nothing about nothing y'all talking about in the day if he was alive. Outside of y'all being what he was prophesying about. And so it's a deep thing try to grasp. The true teachings of old that Musa, Muhammad, and many of the people during their times was teaching y'all have never heard. Y'all have only heard pieces of it coming from me. Most of my time is spent doing stuff like this, trying to show y'all how what y'all believe in is complete lie. But in regards to teaching y'all the teachings, well, y'all don't seem to be listening, so I don't waste my breath. I just figured I'd just keep giving y'all reference that y'all follow the wrong thing until y'all decide y'all want to know the right thing. And so the teachings Muhammad and Musa was teaching ain't got nothing to do with what y'all following in today. And they wasn't teaching no gods that y'all follow either. Y'all got this from colonizers. Well, they got this from colonizers, meaning Muhammad's people, Moses's people, Jesus's people. Whatever religion you talking about, whether you speak in Judaism, meaning Judaism was a thing of ancient Egypt times, and Moses was trying to free the people from that, and they wanted to be a part of that shit. That's why they kept arguing with him about it. And it's like I said, the Hebrew people or Moses people, they was lost, man. Even their own script tell y'all that. They was a lost people. Damn near sorry if you want to get down to the bottom. They wanted to be Babylon monkeys. And so don't get confused on nothing I'm saying. The text y'all got, which is the history, is telling y'all what I said. The prophets y'all have was speaking against these things y'all follow. They was killed and added to it. As if they was down with it. Only thing down with it was their own people. You see how I explain shit to y'all and y'all like, y'all ain't down with it. Y'all like act like y'all stupid and just go with everything that's going on around y'all that y'all like suffer the most out of it. Like that. You see how y'all act like I'm getting on y'all nerves damn near? Like that. Y'all like the people of old against the prophet, which was their own people. So try to grasp. Y'all are what's being spoken of. All that follows a religion or some sort of rendition of it and completely lost in the mind in regards of these things. You are Kafir. This being a liar, a cover up for the lie, a slanderer of truth, all of that. Salam, shalom, enlightenment. It's not about listening. It's about, getting the actions. Y'all listen longer than people live to speak. That's why there's been so many speakers over all the generations, but you niggas still in the same pocket. And so again, it ain't about listening. I ain't here for y'all to listen to me. Y'all been listening to motherfuckers since before I came. When y'all done listening and ready to do what you hear, That part. I don't have the problems y'all have, and so let's be clear on that. You see what I'm doing. You see what I got the luxury of doing, nigga. If this ain't a luxury, then what is? Because you niggas go traveling to go sit riverside and beachside and all this dumb shit. To smoke blunts and act like y'all me. Y'all do live videos by the water, kicking wisdom like y'all me. I've been doing this. I don't got a vacation to do this shit. I do this every day. That part. And so I want y'all to grasp. I don't got the problems y'all got. I'm trying to get y'all to my place where y'all don't got a cap. I'm not saying my life. I don't want to say that. I'm not saying I'm better than y'all. I'm saying my life more peaceful than y'all shit is. And y'all need to get to that place. Meaning you can enjoy your life minus all that fucking hardship and problems that come with it. Y'all act like y'all gotta go through the fire so y'all can get heaven. You already got heaven if you just snap the hell out of it. Y'all going through fucking nightmares to get to the beautiful dream that you already got. Y'all will go sell dope, go to jail for 10 years, come home to get a job at fucking McDonald's and be a good family man, and you was already doing that before you decided to abandon that and go sell dope. Y'all just move on the circle, like. And so if the mind ain't at peace, you got the grass, that's gonna be the result. Salam, shalom, Marcel Salvago. Hope you do. I hope the rest of you guys give back as well. It's very important. I got some important moves. Some important moves to do when y'all lacking. Meaning I'm handling my end of things. Y'all brains should be getting wiser. If you listen, of course. Otherwise, the dead can deal with the dead. And those of y'all that can grasp the things I say, you can just come on over to a different platform. That being my website. Because the powers that control YouTube, they interfere with my algorithms. I've caught them many times playing with my numbers and all types of things. People emailing me damn near every day talking about they can't find my channel. And so I want to be clear. Can't serve two masters. Y'all will come here and get Jews and then go out there and get fed lies and be given back. It's gonna be the last video of this. On a real level. All cap aside, no emotion attached, none of that. Y'all have no morals. And the videos is helping with that. With y'all not having none. Y'all think it's okay. And it's truly pathetic. And I want to be clear and I want to make sure I say that. Y'all have become pathetic. That's a long time ago. And so whatever hardships y'all do have, because like I just said, y'all see I don't have them. You could try to play games with your own mind and create some for me, but you already know I ain't got none. I get fly and chill by the riverside with a pocket full of bread and do whatever I want. And so whatever hardships y'all have, it's a matter of, the vibrations y'all are on. Gonna recoup from what you flowing on. So a taker gonna get taken from. like I said, the dead can deal with the dead. Now, let me get to this one last jewel, since I see y'all stuck in y'all ways. Those of y'all that's true, y'all about to get I apologize. I just got a message that $1,000 was taken out my account. Wait, hold on. That's what that noise was. Hold on now. Hold the fuck up now. Don't play like that. I ain't got it like that. Whoa. Hold on. What's going on, man? I apologize. Give me a second. I got to tend to this. Hey, Trip. Oh, I'm sorry. I'm tripping. That was me. Oh. Took a few thousand off. Y'all know I get that. I forgot I did that. Oh, shit. The notification came in late. Oh. Oh, that was me. Oh, yeah. Don't worry about it. Oh, don't worry about it. Something I want to do for my grandson. Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it, yeah. Now, where was I? Oh, last jewel I'm going to get y'all. Social Security numbers in that whole system in order that we live in is going digital, or it already went digital a while ago. And so the same way you guys see your debit cards getting chipped, meaning if you have a debit card in today's time, more than likely it has a chip on it. That chip makes it easier for the government, the bank, whatever you want to call it, to track every transaction and location of that card. Meaning when that card is in your pocket, it's a tracking device of you. They could track exactly where you are through the chip. Without the chip, they can only track where you last used the card. Meaning the last place the card was scanned, they can track that. But in regards to where you are right now, no, they can't. But with the chip inside of the card, the chip can be used to track your whereabouts anywhere. So this is why cell phones or phones were given chips as well. So that you can track the device that's being chipped. When I say track it, I'm not necessarily speaking of the calls being made or how many times you're swiping the card or where. That was being tracked with the old technology. You know, a magnetic strip on a debit card. Or, you know, just a regular telephone being, you know, bugged or something. You get my point? You can track a person's calls without the chip, and you can track a person's debit card without the chip. But you can only track it limitedly, like on a limited level. Meaning wherever they last swipe the card. Like I said, with the chip inside the card, they don't have to swipe the card for you to find it. Just locate the chip. You know, meaning you got a debit card in your wallet right now in your pocket. All they have to do is locate the chip. And wherever the chip says it's at, well, you with the chip. Like that. Now, the point I'm making is you guys all have social security numbers. This thing is outdated in the same way I just explained with the debit cards and phones. Meaning y'all social security numbers, which is just pieces of paper, and your name and that number written into a bigger system. This is old technology. They can track you down through your social, but not where you are. You get it? They could type in my social security number and say, okay, that's this person. And now they can only track the last places that I have been using my social. But in regards to them knowing, like, where is this person right at this moment? They wouldn't be able to tell you that. They can only tell you, like, well, these are the addresses that pops up under this social. Check those. Outside of that, we can't tell you exactly where he is right now. His social security number is just a piece of paper in his pocket. We can only track the movements that he makes with the number. And so, social security cards will be going digital, baby. Meaning, y'all don't have to use y'all social now. They can just track wherever the hell y'all at through the chip that's in y'all. And so go watch the COVID-19 video I did. I did a few of them. And I've been explaining this for like 2 years now. When you see virus spreading and vaccinations for them popping up, this is social security number update stuff. Colonizer shit. And so like I said, go find those old videos. All the wisdom is in it. It's like I said, America got a new power, you know. America fell already. Y'all just don't get it. That's all I can say. Y'all don't get it. But America, they failed. They it's over. Hit it. I don't think y'all get that part. And so y'all are under the rule of a new nation. And so y'all got to get upgraded shit. Meaning, y'all under the rule of Chinese and Asian motherfuckers. They technology is far past Americans. And so you niggas got to get y'all socials updated. You know, an e-social. That's right. And so it's like I said in that video, man. They give y'all the vaccine shot. Some of y'all die from it. Cause they put something in y'all body, and so y'all body gonna reject foreign objects. Some people gonna kill them. Some people body adjust to it. It's like a heart transplant. They put my heart in your chest, your body might reject it. So they usually tell you to come back so they could check it. So y'all get the vaccine shot, then they tell y'all to come back to get a second vaccine shot. So they're testing to make sure y'all bodies are not rejecting whatever they're putting in it. And so what y'all are going through is basically a social security upgrade, meaning y'all are going from paper social securities to digital. Be clear. The mark of the beast, that happened already the moment social security numbers started. So I don't want nobody to get lost and be like, oh yeah, it's the mark of the beast. I already explained the mark of the beast been happened. The mark of the beast is the social security numbers. It is the name or the number of, you get it? No one will buy and sell without it. Y'all ain't getting no job and y'all ain't selling no product or doing nothing without a social security number, period. Social security numbers is new. They started in like 1900 or something like that, a little after that. And everyone was given a social security number or their ass wasn't going to work and make no money to feed theyself. Now y'all naturally just live those orders because it's still so long ago. But this system still has to be upgraded ever so often. Meaning the mark of the beast Bible text is not speaking of a chip. Y'all made that part up. It was just speaking of what it said. Meaning y'all gonna be real life slaves with a barcode and number. It's gonna be the name, it's gonna be the number of your name. Meaning y'all got a name. That number's attached to the name. Y'all cannot buy and sell without that number. You can't rent an apartment or do nothing without that number. Y'all are completely controlled slaves. It was prophesying that. Now I'm explaining to you guys that that is being upgraded. And so y'all are being chipped. The same way they chip debit cards. This video is a 2-hour video. I already have it, bulletin points and things jotted down. So I guess this is going to be a private video for, the members and things like that. But hopefully those of y'all that were privy to grasp the little bit that I did just drop. Try not to add too much to it. Because like I said, the real video is 2 hours long. There's a lot of information I didn't get into in here. And just take what you got. Try and grasp. Balance out. Like I said, I'm letting the dead deal with the dead. Those of y'all that do not live by the same morals I live by, which is just simple balance. I don't want nothing to do with you. If you a liar and a slanderer and you all that kind of time, I don't want nothing to do with you. You can go learn from your own. Simple. And so. Enjoy y'all days. If y'all have any questions, ask why y'all have me. Salam, shalom. I'm gonna let you go in a minute, John Go. Salam, shalom, rightful hitter. I don't grasp what you were saying. Peace and wisdom, Griffmatic. Enlightenment, Nick. Peace and wisdom, love. Hopefully y'all grasping and pull away from these religions and all these things y'all see happening in these Babylons. Meaning y'all are pawns out here. Y'all easily manipulated. Y'all know it already, but I'm not sure how the vibration works where y'all just can't help it. They got y'all on these cell phones. That's worse than drugs. So y'all like drug addicts. You can't talk to a drug addict, especially when they like tweaking on their shit. And so y'all always tweaking on y'all shit. Meaning online is just drug. The digital one. When I say a drug, I mean y'all taking in substance. Y'all remember when I did the video the other day and I said when we speak, our words are neuron cells or brain cells? And that when I'm speaking to you, I'm literally pushing out neuron cells or brain cells because my words are basically air. My words are thoughts from my mind, but my words are sound, which is, a pocket of air. And of course, within the airspace, you have your atomic levels of life coming together, creating your molecule. Atoms come together to create a water molecule, so on and so forth. So you get physical. And so the point I was making is, when we speak, we're literally speaking out our brain cells. This is okay though because we hear others speak and then you get it. We're taking in their brain cells, and so y'all thoughts. Some are y'all owns and some are brain cells y'all have taken in from hearing. And this is why y'all have contradicting thought, indecisive thoughts sometimes. One side of you want to do a thing and then you're like indecisive. You have different ideals or thoughts or perspectives in your mind from, like I said, when we speak, we're passing on brain cells. If you're lost, I gave you the explanation. You cannot avoid the atomic levels of life being in the air. It doesn't matter if it's your breath. It's still air. They're still there. Where else are they going to be? And this is molecules, cells, whatever you could think of that's below organism. It's within the air space, meaning it's smaller than the air. And so you have to grasp when we're speaking literal entities, which are brain cells, neuron cells. Now, I said in that video, when we speak through the phone, there's no air involved. Meaning when I'm speaking to y'all, y'all are not getting brain cells from me because there's the phone there. Y'all not, you get it? So in the video I was being funny, I'm like, man, y'all supposed to be really smart, but y'all not getting, I'm giving y'all my brain cells, but y'all dumb still. And so I was like, damn, I wonder how that works. Now I want y'all to grasp. When y'all hearing my voice or any voice through the phone, y'all are not hearing my airs, which consist of the atomic levels of life. You know, real life, real brain cells. Y'all are not receiving that into y'all mind space. Y'all are receiving like a digital synthetic version of my words, which are brain cells. Meaning y'all are receiving metals in y'all brain. Are the microstructures that make up metal. You know, the same way you have micro agents in the air. Some micro agents develop up to be metals. Y'all are listening to a mechanical rendition of my words. Meaning air is not going into y'all ears. My words being air. This is not what's going into y'all ears and going into y'all brain. What's going into y'all brain is metal. Are the precursor to it. So y'all have a lot of metals and balances in today's times. That's why y'all sick. Now this goes deeper, but like I said, the dead could teach the dead. But try to grasp. Y'all got deep viruses developing in y'all. And it's like I said, when we speak, we're trading brain cells. Y'all speak on the phone. Y'all receive in microstructures. This is a metals thing. Before it's metal. Same way you have atoms in the air, you can't see them. You can just breathe in the air, it's atoms all in it. You don't see them like that. All within that airspace is nothing but the atomic levels of life that make up for metals. This is what y'all take into y'all mind space. Metallic like synthetic entities, you know, synthetic microstructures, you know, synthetic words are brain cells. And so they do like virus. They attack y'all brain cells, use it like a host, and you already know the rest of the story. Mr. Chisel said, I got a question, Solace. Who is the Antichrist? You. You a liar, ain't you? Ears don't work too good, right? There you go. Not an insult. Honest answer. He said, what? This is what I mean. Y'all got serious problems. You. Again. You. You don't have to feel alone. I'm telling you because you asked about your own self. So, you. But you're not alone. Probably makes you feel better. I wouldn't know. Y'all strange to me, but learn to listen, champ. I break down these things too often for y'all to still be asking dumb goddamn questions and still be confused on things that was explained 57 times already. It's like I said in the previous video. Apply what you get or move the hell along. How long do y'all listen before y'all stay stuck on stupid forever? Some of y'all still be talking about solace. Can you explain hell? What didn't you grasp from the 50 videos about hell that I put up? That part. Y'all don't apply nothing y'all get. Y'all just hear this, hear that. It's like I said, the brain is all messed up. But it's a matter of the things y'all indulge in. Y'all got emotional problems and things like that. Mr. Chisholm said it does. Shalom, shalom. He thinks I was attacking him. It's like I said, y'all got problems. If you don't like the answer you get, then you just don't like the answer you get. And you don't have to. Ain't nobody, I didn't tell you you did. But what you don't do is act like you stupid. Like I'm attacking you. Half y'all weak as hell. I'll beat the dog shit out of you. So no need to even get your brain on that flow like you even of measure. I'm telling you real shit. You what you asked about. Salam. You said no, I said it feels good. You answered the question. Oh, salam, shalom. It wasn't a good answer. You happy you the devil? Nah, the Antichrist is speaking of many different things. But more than that, it's speaking of what I was breaking down in this video. All the things that cover truth. So y'all have money. Money represents the resources and the products. Of course, the products in the stores, they come from the resources. Money represents these things. Y'all don't have access to the resources to make the products y'all want to go. I'm sorry, to make the products that y'all buy. Y'all don't have the access to the resources to make the products that y'all want to buy. What y'all have access to is this paper money seal thing. A legal tender, a seal. It even tells you what it is. A seal. The Great Seal. In grass. If you lost, it's made out of pig fat and all kind of things. It's alchemy. Like I told y'all what seals was. Play effects on the mind space. And so like I said, y'all have the money as the cover to the real thing. Meaning money represents resources and products. Y'all don't have resources and the products. Y'all have access to the money. Then you have to use that to go get fake versions of what y'all would have if y'all was able to get the resources and make it yourselves, because y'all wouldn't water it down. You wouldn't water down your own leather jacket and add a whole bunch of fake ass materials to it so you could stretch out the real leather. You get it? That part. Y'all will build y'all house with the best materials life got to offer. Y'all wouldn't use fake wood. Y'all got all the trees y'all could chop down that y'all need. Y'all got all the metals and things to smelt that y'all need. Y'all don't have to use cheap ass alloy metal or whatever the store got to offer. And so again, the money is a cover of the resources and product. But when y'all do get the money and go buy the product, y'all can't even assure that it's really from the resources. Y'all can't assure y'all food came out the ground. That part. You see how the money is the cover for the resource, but then when you use the money, you can't guarantee it's going to get you what it's supposed to be representing. It's supposed to represent real resources, like real food. But do it like that. It's a lie like that, meaning money is a liar, a kafir, a cover-up. And so kind of grasp, this is why I try to teach y'all about resources and things like this. This is deeper than how y'all mind space is letting y'all grasp these things. Y'all think it's just simple, like, oh, well, money is the same thing as resource, so what's the difference? It's a big difference. You ain't making the shit you buying, so you don't know what they did to it. That part. What if they decide we running low on soil, man? Just put anything in that motherfucking cylinder. You can't assure, excuse my language too, but you can't assure what you're buying with the paper is really from a resource or if it's a synthetic version that they made now. When y'all take that money and go to the pharmacy, pills don't grow off trees. Medicine come from the roots of plants, the stem, the leaves. Never seen a pill with a tree with pills on it. Meaning pills is made in the lab. Y'all money get y'all fake shit because the money fake. So be mindful of the things I'm saying. It's a very deep thing. I'm gonna put this donation link up later. I apologize. I'm gonna put this donation link up later. My mind, I was looking at something. I'm gonna put this donation link up later. Information to this property that I want to turn into, a school where y'all can learn resource to product wealth. Meaning if y'all knew which resources become which products and how to do it, would you right now in your mind be desperate to have paper or the actual resources? Meaning if you knew how to make a leather jacket, leather shoes, all that kind of shit, but you just need the resources to do it. You know what resources make leather shoes, this being animals' hide. You have many different resources that make fabric. I want y'all to grasp the depth of it. I mean, this ain't no bullshit course I'm putting together. Let's move this thing over to a tree or something so y'all can see. Well, it ain't that many out here, but you see this. The fibers inside of a plant. Now, of course, this wouldn't be one that would be good to make fabric. You might can make tissue with it. You get it? The different fibers within the plant stem, meaning when you break it, as you just seen me do, this is what's dried out and spun into thread. Like needle and thread. The fibers inside of the plant is spun into thread. Like Rumpelstiltskin spinning straw into gold. That thread, needle and thread, is weaved into a fabric or stitched into a sheet of fabric, and that fabric is sewn into a shirt or whatever you want. You have many different kinds of plants. Banana trees. You can use a banana tree. The fibers of a banana tree makes a silk-like fabric. You get it? Different plant, fiber, different clothing material or fabric. Now, the point I'm making is this. If you guys had access in this wisdom in depth, though, of course we get syrup from the sap of different trees, meaning this wisdom goes deep. All the products in the store that y'all know of, they start as a resource. So you could just think in your own mind, I like donuts. Where did donuts come from? You get it? Like that. Donuts start as grain. Grain is what makes your doughs, your breads, your cereals, these things. And so then you should know the rest from there. It's baked. Stick your finger through the dough. Fry that motherfucker. Put some glaze on it. Like that. The fast way, go buy you some biscuits. Stick your finger through each biscuit. Put it in some grease. It's going to swell up. Snatch it out. Throw sprinkles on it. Whatever. Homemade donuts. They're delicious, baby. I wouldn't lie to you. But you get my point? Some of y'all like, damn, I'm gonna do that. I got some biscuits in the fridge right now. What you said do again, Sellers? Stick your finger through each biscuit. Make a hole in it. Fry some grease. Stick the biscuit in the grease. It's going to turn into a donut. Take it out before it gets dark and burnt. Dip it in glaze. Some of y'all slow. Go to the supermarket and buy glaze. Caramel, whatever you like. You dip it in there. And now you got fresh, warm made donuts. Delicious. But the point I'm making is every product y'all buy from the supermarket, clothing store, Home Depot, it comes from a resource on the land. And so I've abandoned, well, I didn't abandon it, y'all. I don't know. It doesn't matter. This is the point. I'm going to put the donation link up and all the information in regards to the property the properties I'm looking at. Of course, everything is time sensitive, so if they're still available, meaning if y'all get back in a timely manner and they still available, I can get it. Of course, I'm going to put, additional information. I need some of y'all to, that want to do the business side of it with me. Like, it's a lot. So if you like to grow and plant, you can reach out. You can run that aspect of, the school. Of course, the school will be outside on the land. People can come learn to grow food, things like that. You're going to teach them. This is how you're going to earn your living. You get my point? But we'll speak about all of that. Like I said, I'm going to put it up later. If y'all give back, y'all do. If y'all don't, whatever. But, like I said, the dead can deal with the dead. So, those of y'all that's true, make it known. So, whatever I decide, I can be sure to, share whatever videos and information I'm giving out. Because most people coming on here, ugly spirit, they're borrowing the wisdoms, taking the wisdom, but acting like they got some kind of problem. You get my point? And I ain't got time for that. Fake enemies and all this fake stuff. So, balance out. Wazoo sit here. I'm trying to see the questions that's up, but my charge is about to die. But I'm going to see if I can see the last question. Yeah, I'm not going to make it. Mr. Chisel, salam, shalom. You have to grow up a little bit, young man. Wisdom is for the... Wisdom is for when the frontal lobe matures. This is when you become an adult. Not 21. That's just city thing. But you become an adult when the frontal lobe develops. This is between 33 and 37. It starts, maturing around puberty, but it becomes fully developed around 33, 37-ish, depending on the person. Of course, it will still go through transitions after that, but it's fully developed at that point. This is when you're an adult mind. You get my point? Most people view themselves as adults as 21, even though they're not. So, keep what I said in mind. Salam, shalom.